Right, I have the best run idea ever. So we're playing Crucible 20 on a custom run, and for each level of Crucible, I have added a level 3 potion boot to our deck. And in case you haven't seen by now, I am just going to kill enemies with effective criticism. That is my only plan. It's going to be amazing. Yep. I just want to be able to get a whole bunch of cash. I presume healing should be fine. I imagine it would be. I just saw that correctly. The bats now have weight, so they fall to the floor and they can kill the thing below them. That is so good to know. I really wish that we would get more Bramble than we would Spinfection, so that we just kill enemies with Bramble rather than Spinfection. Yeah, this is about how much cash I wanted for my run, to be honest. I think we should be relatively stocked for double store. What do you say? It is double store in Crucible 20, which is admittedly a whole lot harder to actually spend for, but yeah, I think we have the gold for it. Oh, right. I was wondering what the orb I could upgrade was. And also, yes, this is quite literally 20 level. Sorry, 20 level 3 potion bolts. Now, of course, I want to be killing enemies with my debuffs. So even if I get the opportunity to kill them with like Refilibuster or Bomb Spam or what other kind of like Molten Mantle, I guess, that kind of nonsense. Even if I do get the opportunity to do that kind of stuff, I'm not going to take it. I am only interested in the effective criticism debuffs killing enemies. Remove an orb. Perfect. Let's scroll through our orbs. I'm going to remove the pebble because I dislike it. The terror at least has some use, and we will definitely get rid of the terror pretty fast. Oh, plants. Well, that's fun because usually plants is meant to be a whole lot more of a miserable fight, but not for us this time. Not for us. Alright, good. That was a decent split. Let's try this kind of split now. Perfect. That was exactly the kind of split I was going for. I'm not doing the best job of landing Spinfection, am I? I'm good at getting the other debuffs, but not Spinfection. Looks like this time I nailed it. Oops, that's a terrible. That's not meant to happen. I wasn't paying enough attention apparently. Lovely stuff. And you count. Vitamin C. Yeah, sure. Let's just take it. I do love a good vitamin C after all. That's fun. Yeah, we just get so much illusion from this. It really is just amazing. All right, so I want to not do what I was trying to do, I guess. All right, is this? No, this is not even a valid test. That's annoying. So unfortunately, it doesn't die, and it would have moved away before it died. Oh, I can't blind this guy, so that was a bit of a fool's errand there. Alright, do you drop? Yes, but I didn't. There wasn't anything below to see if you actually deal damage to them. Because that's actually really cool if it does deal damage. I mean, it should deal damage. With how the other flying enemies interact. If it falls to the ground, it should deal damage. And that is a really cool addition to the game if it is. Very fun one. Oh, sure. Let's see what you guys can do. 6. He's dead. Let's do it on you. Alright, perfect. That's another one dead. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh, no Bramble kill. How disappointing. Let's just get that Spinfection stacked up. I'm so happy I started off with Reflosser's Stone as well. Sometimes you just don't want to think about things, you know what I mean? You just want to load up the Reflosser's Stone with hitting every single peg on the map. The good news is, because I have 20 potion boots in my deck, it is quite literally impossible. Impossible, I tell you. For me to kill enemies via normal damage. I just need to not get It's pretty tempting to press the button. I might as well invest half. No, I'm not investing half. Screw him. I got the bear once. I don't need it again. Peglin's head. Oh lord. Alright, if only I could remove this horrible from my deck. So hold on. No bomb baton? Yes, no bomb baton. I refuse. Alright, perfect. Man, the Spintress payment would go hard, wouldn't it? Although when you have 22 odds in your deck, trying to get around to that Spintress payment is going to be a bit hard. Oh, yes. Yeah, baby. Might as well keep the Stomach Circle, actually. It's 3 potion bullets, which is more valuable than 1 potion bullet. I actually don't want Ball Lightning, but I can just remove it from my deck extremely easily. So I'll take it, and then we'll go here. That way I can take all of these passives because they're all doing stuff that I'm fine with. Remove the Ball Lightning from my deck, and then we've got some Sonic Circle upgrades to do, don't we? Oh, I can't target. Damn. Unfortunate, but I'm sure that... Actually, we have to simply get enough Spinfection, don't we? Oh, my refresh moved now. I'm not the happiest with that. Oh, that tree is dead imminently. He's potentially dead next turn. That would be cool if he was dead next turn. Don't know if I can pull that off, but I certainly would like to try. Oh, so close. Did we get a bomb? No, we did not. Wait. I thought I only had 31 Spinfection. It's 311 health. Might have missed something, apparently. Alright, next shot, you're so doomed. Right? We're just going to get so much Spinfection on you that you're just... Not really. We're not very good at landing Spinfection, it seems. Also, we just constantly have max Illusion. It's so funny, especially since they're hitting me every other hit, which is not enough to actually land damage on me. There we go. I'm just gonna read. I'm just gonna skip. I don't need any of these. I've already got my one boss passive, so my first boss passive was leave the rest for later. That's all you need to know. Come on, where's my Bramble? Surely it's not that hard to get a good amount of Bramble flowing. Yes. Oh lord. That's fun. Let's get rid of you again. You spawned in, that was the mistake you made. Let's check out our map. I want to go left into left, I guess. Not really anything else to do, is there? Nice. If we could get a Mask of Sorrow, that would be sick. Technically, I could have been going to the... where? Here? Good shot, good shot. I could have been going to the elites more in Area 1. Like, there was that one elite that I didn't go to because I wanted to go to a store instead. But, like, I don't know. Still going to a store is very fun, and the chance that I do find, like, a Mask of Sorrow is not the highest. And it's only the only real passive that actually is increasing my debuffs, excluding the boss passive. Only 5 Bramble. I really can't get those numbers up. Huh. I really didn't think it would be that hard, but I guess it was. Technically, my targeting was off. Now I'll freeze you when you get one closer. They can't even hit me because I've got so much collusion. Oh, I love this. Not that much blind yet, though. That's for sure. Alright. Like, see what I mean? I had like 3 Bramble and 16 Spinfection. Very much just not equivalent amounts. Also, we've got so much upgrading going on, it's hilarious. Purely from a refresh perspective. It's almost as if we're refreshing the board a ton of times per turn. The best part about this combo is there are some maps that just go so completely ridiculous with it. We haven't even gone to them yet. $17.13. That is a very fun amount of cash. Like, see what I mean? We've got 32 blind before we had 3 Bramble. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. We got one more bomb at least. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is we got Bramble there. I don't actually like stopping the enemies from spawning. Now, the funny thing about this custom run, and part of the reason why I have 20... Well, 20 is just funny. But this is very much a losable run if you're just having like 9 potion bullets in your deck, is what I think I did before. That was fun. I'm pretty sure it was exactly 9 potion bolts, and there were definitely fights where I would run out of potion bolts to shoot. Maybe I had a bit of a less civilized combo than this, but it was still very much along the same margins. All right, you're dead. You're dead. Nice. Actually, it's not a question of if they die, it's a question of when will they die. Is it this turn or the next turn? Most of the time it's next turn, but sometimes, especially when bombs are involved, I can get it to be wrong typing, I guess. This turn. Very solid stuff. I guess I wouldn't mind a Crystal Catalyst as well. Technically it's like having the same kind of power as a Mask of Sorrow. Oh, that was the Sunning Circle. You could just tell with how many debuffs the shot was applying. Classic. Alright, I think we are getting close to how much gold we want for the run. Honestly, like half of this is more than what you spend in a cruisy run. We've been having nice. It's always fun getting rare orbs, and it's not anything I want to remove there. Technically the Summoning Circles are... This is a Mimic fight, cool. I don't know how I know this, but yeah, no, this is a Mimic fight. Yeah, technically it'd be much better to have the Summoning Circles massively outnumbering the potion boots, but I honestly didn't really think about it too much. Plus, the excessive amount of potion boots is indeed funnier. I actually am very happy to get this Mimic fight, by the way. We need to get way more XP for this guy. I really don't have that much for him. And it's a very, very simple fight, surprise, surprise. Because as it turns out, we're pretty strong right now. That's a peg bag, that's your crits also refresh, it's counterfeit crits. So, that's crit. So, hit. This is the issue with counterfeit crits. It's whenever a crit is hit. Do you know how hard hitting a crit is? We're more likely to spam procket now, so yeah, we're just taking peg bag and we're moving on. The unfortunate truth. Oh no, we have Bullbean Hammer for this fight. So not only do we have infinitely dodging them, but we also outscale them per hit. That is so sad. As well as we're still scaling up blind, so we can also get blind dodges. Like, this is a very, very rough fight for him. Also, I'm not going to lie. It may not sound like much, because I've already got 11. But the change from 11 to 13 refreshes is actually pretty noticeable. I can very much tell. It's just hitting ever so slightly more each time, and that's just noticeable. Salt Shaker. Sure, it boosts my Assault Totem by 1. Amazing. That's somehow actually a pretty valuable elite passive. Nice. Absolutely useless, lovely. You would think that plus 23% healing is good, but it's just not valuable because to need healing we would have to lose health. That's actually pretty hard as it turns out. Fresher course for infinite scaling. As funny as that is, you know what's funnier? I thought I had enhanced. I don't have enhanced. Huh. Plus, like, I don't want to be able to shoot Summoning Circle into Horrible and have it actually do damage. Which is technically an outcome that could happen, since I don't have Ambidextrary just yet. And then when I do pick up Ambidextrary, of course it's an option for me to shoot Summoning Circle into Summoning Circle into Horrible and have no option about it. So as funny as it is to see the circle number and finesse number rise massively, I should probably just stick with the one that gives me infinite gold. That sounds like a good idea. Dungeon die. Oh my god. If only it could deal damage, right? If only. 560 gold per random navigation into a treasure chest. Don't mind if I do, I guess. Technically, I could get an enhanced gunpowder here, which could then grant me another passive. That was impressively close. We do lose out on a lot of gold that way, but I don't really care. Aim here, I guess? It should be a fun shot. I think that was really good aiming. Oh my god. 100 some infection, by the way. Wow. That was crazy. That was just one something circle shot as well. Wow. This map is so fun. You can do some pretty fun shots from it, should we say. I also have some poison on the board, don't I? Okay, that's more than some poison because of my insane upgrading skills. Unfortunately, the Spinfection plus the poison really don't line up that well because I can't change my targeting before the... Yeah, like that. I can't actually change my targeting. I can get him to max blind though, so he doesn't even pop my 100 Illusion. Man, I would love to get max Illusion equals 999 because it would be so easy to get there. So that's a lot of healing pegs. Hey, look, I'm not complaining if it's weighted more to healing pegs because that's definitely what you want more. But yeah, that is nice to see. If I need to heal this one, which I don't. It's like, this is so sad. We're fighting the Eri to Elite and he's just not even going to get a single hit off on us. And meanwhile, his minions almost instantly die to the amount of Bramble that I'm going to have on him. Just a tiny bit more. Good news is... Oh no, wait, no, I'm going to take this guy. Oh my god, 100 blind already. 460 damage per turn, oh my god. And of course the Bramble is now at that point where we are just claiming Bramble kills left, right, and center. Oh man. This is fun. Sometimes you really do wish there was a button to just let the enemies take a turn. Go on. Take your 970 infection damage. Alright, I don't want that. Kinetic Meteorite Ultimate. Did I take a first boss passive? You know what, I didn't take a first boss passive, so I won't take a second. I'd say that's a pretty fair trade, right? You start off with all of these passives, and in return you don't get to pick up any boss passives. Definitely a very fair trade for us. Oh, it's basically impossible to get enough Bramble, unfortunately. If only. I mean, there's still a ton of damage, right? I was trying to target. The good news is, we're gonna get 100 blind on him before he... No. Okay, but we got enough blind on him that we got the dodge. Okay, we're just sprinting the cash. The scary thing is, most of the cash that we're getting is still from in-combats. Not even from the question mark things. Which is crazy. But that's just because we've barely been to any question marks since we picked up the passive. Now that we're in Area 3... Oh, this should be fun. We should be getting tons and tons of value from it. Alright, let's try and catch this purple slime off guard. With all of the amazing Bramble we're applying. Kind of. Let's try this shot now. Really not as impressive as I would have liked. I guess let's get some Spinfection and Blind going. Oh my god, we almost lost health there. Crazy. I forgot that was possible, to be honest. Oh, we lost health! Insane! Okay, we're just not even losing health. It's so funny. Alright, yeah, I wanted to look over this map again because I remember not being impressed with it whatsoever. It's just not an impressive map, straight up. Cool. It's 12. Oh my god. Here, have 12,000 cash for going to a question mark. You're welcome, by the way. Oh my god, it's so silly, I love it. The endgame of these comps is always just so funny. I think I'll pass. The sad thing is, the reason why I'm passing is because I don't want Infernal Ingo because that's going to try and do damage to him. Oh, oh, oh. Was that a good idea? Absolutely not. Oh my god. The amount of cash I got. Oh, it's the rematch. Well, let's see how you do a second time, because I'm sure it's going to work out in your favor, isn't it? $1,300 gold. Oh lord. Poison kill, nice. Now we just Bramble lock him here for the rest of his poor life. Yeah, I was going to say, let's get those infection numbers up. Alright, surely this is the time where we get either a lovely Crystal Catalyst or a lovely Mask of Sorrow. Both of them would be incredibly fun, to be honest. Might just do this actually. Ah, it's Inception. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but I guess it will do. It is a debuff passive, and I was asking for a debuff passive. Unfortunately, not as good as the ones I would like. Yeah, I definitely just want to try and snipe another strong elite passive rather than going to another store. Stores are boring. Elites are fun. Nice targeting, by the way. I could have gotten a Bramble keel, because that definitely would have been possible. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with this build. You really want to try and build it towards getting Bramble kills, but unfortunately that's just not possible. So much easier to apply Spin Infection than Bramble. By a very, very large margin. Right, sure. I just need you to die over the course of 2 turns, aka 1 more Spin Infection proc. We did not get that, wow. But it's fine because... Am I miscounting something? Apparently. Oh, the poison damage, that's what I was miscounting. Makes sense. See you. The fun thing about that is enemies just won't be able to hit us. It is quite literally infinite amounts of blind. Unfortunately, it itself is not exactly playing any Bramble past the first one. We could get one Bramble use out of it. Oh, I can't change my target. How disappointing. Ironically enough, that would actually be a problem if we didn't have what we have. It's a bit hard to describe just what we have because it's quite a bit. We have infinite healing with all of our potion balls. We have infinite pollution with all of our crits. The list kind of just keeps going. It's very hard for us to, first of all, lose health, but second of all, have the lost health actually matter in any way, shape, or form. I love how we still have to kill this guy even though he just represents 0 threat whatsoever to us. I don't have an ambidextrous. Damn. Technically, double discarding every shot to try and get to my summoning circles would be nice, but I can't double discard. I should probably single discard though. It does get me close to the horribles too though. Let's just see what this does. There's not really an interesting shot I can... there's no interesting split I can do. Like something like this is really not that cool. But at least it's a very high amount of Bramble, I guess. Yeah. Really hard to get a cool split for this map. It's not going to stop me trying though. I'm just looking at these fellas and then I'll deal with this line. No movement for you, also just full blind, so even if you did have movement, you wouldn't be able to use it. Okay, that shot might not be bad. Let's check that out again. Didn't seem to work, did it? Let's try a shot like this. Oh, there we go. That looked promising. So, yeah, let's just keep using that shot. It's a pretty good shot. It's also giving me like 40 cash each shot. 41 that time, perfect. The cash amount seems to be reasonably consistent. 54? That was a high roll. Oh, only 30. Yeah, it really is just like a 40 average. That was funny. 15,000 gold, oh my lord. Actually, why stop at 15,000? Let's go all the way to 18,000 gold. Oh, not even 18,000, we get all the way to 20,000, oh my. Oh, that's fun. Just imagine we picked up this Pinterest payment. I mean, it would be in 99999 damage by now, right? That's fine. Get Bramble, noob. Actually a good amount of Bramble damage. Ooh. We found a summoning circle. That's possible. Cool, because the summoning circle shots are amazing. I love how we just get them to 132 blind. As if their life wasn't miserable enough. They just walk at you and then implode like Yeah, sucks to suck. Yeah, thank you. 20,000 gold, here we come. Oh, and we're fighting this guy. Ooh, the best part about fighting this guy. Oh, this is actually kind of an annoying fight. The best part about fighting this guy is we might actually apply. Oh, wait, no, they don't walk past him. I was hoping that we could apply enough Bramble that the summons just die when they try and walk past him, but that's the problem with the summons. They get summoned in, they don't actually try and walk past him. Which is unfortunate because Bramble is bad enough as it is. Alright, it's your time to shine. I basically just wanted to die this shot, if you'd be so kind. Wow. When I said that we were getting to 20,000 gold, I did not expect that to be naturally. Well, naturally. Naturally before the last question mark. I thought the last question mark would be the thing getting us there. The worst part is I can actually take the criticals. It's not going to do anything because I'm never going to shoot the horrible. Technically, as I said, I can shoot the horrible, but when I have 46 orbs in my deck, it's pretty unlikely. Boom. Surely we can get to 24,000, right? That seems very doable. Well, we could do it this fight, but we're probably not going to be able to do it this fight. Oh, getting this guy is actually amazing. We need the XP. I've got to have max XP on everything. It's very important. Crucially so. Nice, we got a blind dodge. Good stuff. Front guy's maxed out on blind. Let's focus our efforts on this fool. Oh wow, yeah, no, he is. He has been sufficiently focused. That was a double summoning circle shot. That explains everything. That really did feel exactly like a double summoning circle shot. Because that's what a single summoning circle shot feels like, and yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Nowhere near as much blind as I was expecting, to be honest. Yeah, that's more like how much blind I was expecting. Imagine he actually gets off ahead than us. Also, I need to be careful not to shoot the horrible. That will have disastrous side effects. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is going to be fun. I did not manage to find Sorrow or Catalyst. Both of them would have been absolutely incredible. Oh, that's a good start. We're off to a very solid start. But the question is, how many debuffs can we land on him? You already can't hit us. That part's fun. Just already he can't hit us. That's crazy. That's not even counting the constant re-upping 100 delusion that we have. It's literally just from the blind. Because each Bramble proc being 8 blind is pretty good because, you know, I mean that 200 blind was applied from the Brambles and the other 75 or 95 was from blind itself. It was some number around that point. Oh, I'm also going to let these guys explode on me, by the way. Make it a challenge, right? Otherwise, you know, I'm being a bit too mean. But it seems like that's not exactly going to be a thing. So he hasn't done his Savior. This is Crucible 20. He has not done his half-health proc thing. So I suspect you have to actually hit him with a shot for him to do the thing. Also just dodged. Get dodged full. Oh, no, there we go. Ah, yes, this is what a perfect deck looks like. Look no further than this. I love that, like, last second, just like, no, I will rebuild the board. He's rebuilding the board for next time, of course. Oh, man. Yep, so it turns out you just don't need boss battles to win, right? You know, like, just find all of the, just start off with all of this. Then you don't need to pick up any boss battles whatsoever. Also, you know, all of this, and this. Yeah, that's it, you know. Pretty normal stuff to start off with. Oh man, that's the fun thing about Peglin. Like you can just do silly runs like this, and yeah, they're extremely fun. You have access to all of the gold you want. It seems like we had perfectly fine access to all of the healing we wanted as well, and you just like troll. You don't need to instantly close out the fights because that gets boring. You know, you might as well drag out the fights. You know, you can't die, and the enemies will die eventually. It's just a question of how much infection they need on them before they get to that point.